morning, everybody. Or afternoon, I should say. I meant to do this morning, but time has slipped by and got away from me. I've been doing a lot of generator preps today and had to go down and fill some gas and all of that, getting ready for this winter storm that's coming. But I've been thinking about preparing a video on this, but I was kind of wishy-washy on it because I figured most people had already seen this news. But I just wanted to kind of give my thoughts on it and maybe get some answers from you guys. Anybody who sees this video, tell me what y'all think about it. But President Zelenskyy is on his way to Washington today. He might already be there, but he's going to meet President Biden and address Congress today. I guess to get some more money, since the $68 billion that the U.S. has given Ukraine is just not enough. So they're going to go get some more money, and he's going to meet with President Biden first, and then he's going to address Congress. Now, I'm sure we'll get some minutes on this after their meetings. I doubt it will be aired live completely. It might be. We'll have to wait and see. But I mean, we've given Ukraine $68 billion, and that does not include all the weapon systems, everything else that we've sent there. And I'm sure that number's well above 150 billion, if not a lot more. But I mean, it's just simply blows my mind that we're denying so many programs in America because the federal government, our politicians, Republicans and Democrats, say that we don't have enough money for these programs here in America, yet they're going to give another $2 billion to Ukraine because, why not keep fighting a war that can't be won? They've already came out and addressed it and said that there's no possible way that Ukraine can win. I'm baffled by the amount of money that Americans are happy giving all these other countries, and this is just Ukraine. Let's get into Africa. That's a whole nother story. Let's get into Europe. I mean, where's all this money coming from? Well, why is your food in America going up? Why is your electricity in America going up? Why does it cost Americans $10,000 more to buy a Chevy vehicle than it does somebody who lives in Saudi Arabia? Look at the dealerships there. You'll see the difference in the prices. They can get one, on average, a Chevrolet truck, for about $10,000 cheaper than we can if we live right next door to the factory that makes the Chevy truck. Explain that. But there is just so much going on with this Ukraine deal that I don't understand. The Patriot missile systems, why are they sending the Patriot system to Ukraine? It's failed in the Gulf War, Iraqi freedom. It failed in Saudi Arabia. In Saudi Arabia, they made up complete lies about it, stating how many missiles it had shot down, this and that. And the Saudi military came out and said it's just not true. These systems failed. In Iraqi freedom, I think it was in 2003, in the beginning, the Patriot system shot down an Allied jet. It's one thing after the next with this system. It's a very bad system, as Scott Ritter put it, and it just can't be relied upon, can't be trusted. And by the way, Scott Ritter's a former UN inspector. He knows a little bit about what he's talking about. So I'm not sure why we're sending those Patriot missile systems to Ukraine to further intervene and upset Russia. Russia's really upset about the Patriot systems. And as a country, I was in the military during the Iraqi invasion, and I can tell you, had another country such as Russia or China stepped in and sent Iraq or anybody, any weapons to combat what we were doing in Iraq, there would have been hell to pay. We would have rained down hell on them. So how can we not expect Russia to have that same attitude with us. I'll show you the Zelenskyy and Biden meeting stuff today. You can go on CNN. They've got some information about it. A lot of news organizations do, but I'll leave the link below to this. And it just blows my mind why we're doing what we're doing. I mean, why are we trying to upset Russia and go to war so bad? Could it be BRICS? Because anytime another country has stated that they were going to try to do away with the petrodollar or the U.S. world trade dollar, we've gone to war against that country. And it might not have been with military, but we sure have got the mission accomplished. But if you look, the Patriot missile failures is all over online, and I'll leave a couple links in the video description here that'll show you when certain incidents happen and whatnot, so you can look those systems up yourself. And why we send such a corrupt country as Ukraine anything in the beginning, I just don't understand. I mean, I know we've been there since 2014, and if they say we've been there since 2014, we've been there a lot longer than that, because the government never tells you but half the truth. If you look at, say, you take a newspaper like The Guardian, just Google Ukraine corruption, look at Wikipedia, and The Guardian in 2015 named Ukraine the most corrupt nation in Europe. And now you look on The Guardian, and there's a lot of stuff on here where they're praising what Ukraine's doing, this and that. Well, there's government documentation on how corrupt Ukraine is. It's not just newspaper organizations back then. You can go on U.S. government websites and look up the CIA investigations and all that. This is open information to American public. Actually, world public, I guess, because anybody can go look at it. But everybody always asks, where do you get your information from, Carrot? Well, online. I get it from the sources, the government agencies. You can go to, take for instance, say the Gambia in Africa, and pull up their government meetings, get the minutes from the meetings, read them. You can go on YouTube and watch our Senate meetings, the House floor meetings. I watched the one on Facebook where the CIA was paying Facebook something like $28 million for a disinformation campaign. I watched all of these meetings online. So when you ask me where I get my information, that's not the problem, where I get my information, because my information is correct. The problem is you're too lazy to go look up what's really going on and ask why it's going on. Now, my question to everybody is, why do you think the U.S. is pushing so badly to go to war with Russia? Why have we been pushing so badly for what's inevitably coming? And President Putin keeps warning about this, and everybody's laughing. Ukraine is doing poorly on the battlefield. And if you really research for sources, you can find the truth. You can find Ukrainians talking about how many hundreds of thousands of Ukrainians have died on the battlefield just in the last few months. It just blows my mind. And why we've given $68 billion to Ukraine, that really upsets me, because if you look at the billions upon billions we've given away this year to all other countries, and Biden keeps giving more and more away, and then you go to your grocery store, man, everything's raised in price, and the older people on fixed incomes, they're really hurting. And our government's not helping them. We're worried about giving somebody money that was deemed in the ninth most corrupt nation in the world, which is Ukraine. So let me know what y'all think about it. If you liked my video today, please feel free to hit the like button and subscribe. Ring the bell icon so you'll get a notification the next time I release something. Also remember, anything donated to me, I send 5% to St. Jude and 5% to the Ronald McDonald House. I'll also leave a link to both below so you can donate directly to those if that's what you choose to do. Thanks again for watching my video. We'll see you next time.